To replace your tube or tire, you're going to need a 15mm crescent wrench and 2 tire levers. Now we're going to start by disconnecting the brake cable and using the 15mm wrench to loosen the axle nuts. Now slide the axle out of the dropouts and disengage the chain, then pull the gear cable from its hanger, and then remove the tab that's on the gear cable from the hub. Once the wheel is off the bike, we can go ahead and remove the valve cap and then let any remaining air out of the tube. Using one of the tire levers, lift the bead of the tire over the wall of the rim. With the other lever, repeat the process down the rim until you can easily slide the rest of the bead over the rim wall. And now that you've got it halfway off, you can just use your hands to pull and guide the tire the rest of the way off the rim. Now just pull the old tube right out of the tire. Now unravel your new tube and fill it with just enough air for the tube to hold its shape. This is going to make it much easier to get it back in the tire. And now that the new tube's ready to go, just reinsert it back into the tire. We're going to start the reinstallation by inserting the valve stem into the corresponding hole in the wheel. Then using pressure from your thumbs, begin to pop the bead back over the wall of the rim and just work your way down until half the tire's on. Turn the wheel over and then repeat that same process along the other side of the tire until it's seated properly on the rim. When reinstalling the wheel, first drape the chain over the inner side of the cassette, then take the tab that's on the gear cable and reinsert it into its corresponding slot. Then just guide the cable along the shifter and pull the cable housing back into its hanger. With the shifter cable in place, just guide the chain back onto the teeth of the cassette, slide the axle back into the dropouts, pull slightly back on the wheel to center it and tension the chain, and then tighten up the axle nuts with the 15mm wrench. Re-engage the brake. The last step here is to reinflate the tire. For the best ride, we suggest anywhere between 60 and 80 psi. Don't forget to put the valve cover back on, and then you're good to go.